Today we're going to go over a few things, including how to get the brand new Whisper of the Worm, how to get the exotic catalyst, how to complete the Whispers of the Taken quest and what it does, and the locations of the current known hidden oracles. Warning, there are some weird, buggy things going on with Whisper and the hidden oracles right now. I'll do my best to explain later in the video. Starting with how to get Whisper of the Worm. Go to the moon and talk to Eris Morn and pick up the exotic mission. Launch the quest from the new Into the Light node on the HUD and start the mission like you normally would. Good news for veteran players, this mission is basically identical to the old mission, as in the path you need to take to get to the final boss is exactly the same as you remember. There are some new Vex cubes that you can shoot, and when you do, they spawn ledges which only serve to make the jumping puzzle easier. Quick PSA, those Vex cubes are not the same thing as oracles. Again, I will get to that later. If you want to skip ahead to the combat section, feel free to do so, but if you're a new player who's never done the mission before, here is the jumping puzzle part in its entirety. Enjoy. When the jumping puzzle part is over, it is combat time. All you have to do is kill all the Taken in every room and get to the final boss room and kill all the Taken there as well. Nothing really too complicated. There are a lot of Taken and they hit very hard, but it's far easier now than it was back in the day. I'm gonna go ahead and advise that you do this in a group, especially if you've never done it before. You have unlimited revives and more guardians will only make the fight easier. At the very final boss fight, there's only a slightly different tweak to how the new version of the mission works. After you've killed the 3 Taken bosses, there'll now be a big Taken ogre who you also have to kill. The ogres will have shields, but killing the Taken wizards in the back of the room will de-shield the ogre. Honestly, that's really it. I would recommend getting really good at doing the jumping puzzle part quickly. That way you have a lot of time to get the job done in the final boss fight. Kill the Taken ogre, open the chest, and bam, now you got the Whisper of the Worm. Next up, the exotic catalyst. This is pretty straightforward. If you've already unlocked the Whisper of the Worm catalyst from way back in the day, then after getting the new Whisper to drop, you'll automatically have access to the new catalyst. Just go back to the Enclave and craft the gun with its new perk, Whispered Breathing, which looks way better than box breathing, by the way. If you've never gotten the Whisper exotic catalyst before, you now have to complete the mission on legendary difficulty, which obviously is harder because the power goes up to 1830, and also you now have 20 minutes instead of 40. Do that and you'll have the catalyst. Next, let's talk about unlocking more perks on your craftable Whisper of the Worm. Go back to Eris Morn on the moon and get the Whispers of the Taken quest. This will have multiple steps, the first one being just killing a bunch of Taken and acquiring their Taken essence. That shouldn't be too hard, just kill a bunch of Taken and bam, part 1 done. Step 2 is destroy the first set of Taken blights in the exotic mission The Whisper on Legend difficulty. Quick note, if you reach step 2 in the middle of a Whisper mission, even if you're already on legendary, you're gonna have to restart the mission from scratch in order to get this part done. In the very first room, you'll notice a bunch of small glowing Taken orbs floating in the air. You're gonna have to equip your Whisper and shoot each one of them to complete this part of the quest. Don't worry, there's only 3 and they are all located in this room. The third one is way high up, so don't forget to look up there. Step 3, again, straightforward, just beat the exotic Whisper mission on legend difficulty. Once again, I will recommend doing this with a full fire team. After you've done that, step 4 is just go back and talk to Eris Morn again. With the quest completed, you've now unlocked a new weapon perk on your craftable Whisper, Field Prep. With the other perks still locked on the gun, I'm going to assume you'll need to do a new version of this quest every week in order to unlock both No Distractions and Enlightened on the gun. Finally, let's talk about oracles. Here's where things get interesting, and I'm going to ask that you check the pinned comment on today's video, which I'll try to keep updated if anything changes. If you open your triumphs and hover over the Oracle Seeker triumph in the Into the Light section, you'll see that there are 7 hidden oracles in the exotic mission that you have to find and break. Now, even though I believe I know the location of literally all of these oracles, they're either time-gated or the game is glitched and we're not sure which just yet. Don't worry, I'm not blueballing you, I will show you these locations. But first, something odd. If you break the first oracle, you'll unlock a better version of the White Nail perk on your Whisper of the Worm. Weirdly, my fire team got different versions of the White Nail perk, meaning that when I broke the oracle, I got White Nail 4 right away. When we relaunched the mission and my teammate broke the oracle, he got White Nail 3, and when we relaunched the mission again, my other team broke the same oracle and got White Nail 2. We really have no idea what's going on here, but again, if we find out that it's more than a glitch, I will update the pinned comment. Just a reminder, as Bungie tweeted out, only one fire team member can get progress on breaking an oracle at a time, which is really annoying. Here's where things get really weird. Again, even though I'm sure we know the location of every oracle, they seem to be time-gated or glitched, and here's why I say that. If you go back to the location of the first oracle, which I'll show you where it is in a minute, after you've destroyed it, and drag your crosshair over where it used to be, you'll notice that your crosshair will change color as if there's an invisible target there. If you're on controller, your reticle friction will activate. There are multiple other spots in the exotic mission, all of them in hidden, tucked out of the way rooms where this happens. I currently have the locations of what I believe to be all 7, but again, no matter how many times I beat and relaunch the mission, no further oracles are visible yet, just the first 2, but the crosshair changes colors when you hover over them, implying that they should be there. My current best next theory is that they are going to be time gated to 2 a week, which would be incredibly strange. There's also the chance that these aren't the Oracle locations and we simply haven't actually found them yet, but I am convinced I have all 7 locations, which I will share now. Oracle number 1, at the very beginning of the mission before the first big drop-off, turn left and head around the corner and it should be right there. Oracle 2, in the first very big wide open cavern area, approach the long skinny ledge on the left side of the cliff wall, then jump up, turn left, and drift into a secret room in the wall. The second one should be there. Oracle number 3, in the wide open red area when you're jumping from ledge to ledge and getting sniped by Taken. Reach the very end, but then jump up and curve around the wall to the right rather than leaving the area. There's a platform and a ledge there, and it should, in theory, be right there. Oracle 4, in the green room, drop all the way down into the Shadow Thrall pit and head to the far back wall. There should be a hidden little hole in the wall leading to a secret room. Your reticle will change color there. I believe Oracle 4 should be there. Oracle 5, also in the green room. Rather than take the shortcut, go ahead and jump way up on the ledges of the wall and follow the path I take here. When you reach this spot, drop down onto that ledge and there is a secret room to go into. The reticle changes color there, and I think Oracle 5 will be there. Oracle number 6, when you reach the wide open chasm where normally you'd hug the wall on the left in a tight circle, instead you're gonna head out to the Vex portal way out in the distance. Head over to the far right and jump out to the ledges that are there. Keep jumping on those ledges and moving forward until you can jump out to the Vex portal. Your reticle changes color out there in the back. Oracle 6 will likely show up there. Oracle 7, in the same room as the Vex portal. Instead of leaping out to the portal, if you're running around the very thin ledge to the left the way you normally would before you get to the part where you make this very large jump down, instead turn around and drop down into a hidden room in the wall only a few feet down. Oracle 7 will likely be there. Again, I will keep you posted on if these are glitched or time gated or whatever. In the meantime, enjoy your crafted Whisper of the Worm and let me know down in the comment section if you're interested in any damage testing. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.